of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading for my Clarity Empress Collective. I hope everybody is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me fix the audio. Section, let me know if the reading resonates with you. We're doing live collective energy readings tonight. So, all right. So, if you want a reading, let me know. My thumbnail disappeared. That's some bullshit. Gotta do better, YouTube. Girl is having technical difficulties with my computer. What's up, sis? So aggravated right now. Don't make no sense. How about that thing ain't working? I had to turn it all the way off. I think it needs to charge. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this, but this thing defective as far as I'm concerned. They do not make them like they used to. Thank God I got a warranty. All right, we ready to get started? So the message is, I can't see them coming down my eyes. So I gotta make the song cry. And if you read the lyrics in that song with Jay-Z, you'll know that he did not appreciate what he had while he had it. And then he didn't realize because she took him back too many times, basically. So he was like, wow, you ain't have to get me back like that. But I mean, I guess she did because she had to move on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, they sure don't make them like they used to. Cause this right here with the audio problems, that's everything should have been plug and play. Been having problems from the beginning, and now the thing don't even want to come on. And I don't even know what option to hit. So when I get off of here, I will be on tech support. I don't know if they up this time. I don't even care. All right, so if this is your first time to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. Comment in the comment section or the chat and let me know if the reading resonates with you. Please go ahead and give me a like, as oh my gosh, I got so much to do for this thing not to be working right now. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. We starting off with the Akashic records. We starting off with the Akashic records, okay? Oracle. Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What they need to know. If this is your first time, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. Anytime I come on, hit me with a like. All right, Spirit. What's going on for the collective? Wisdom. That's in the past energy too. So somebody has learned some lessons. It says you've been here before and you know what to do. Yet you fear disappointing others. The wise choice may not be the popular one, a choice, excuse me, but choose for the highest good in this situation. Yeah, somebody has to use wisdom. A lot of people, sometimes it feels good to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Because you get, you walk around sort of blissfully, but you pay for it. You pay for it. If you don't actually access that wisdom within, you will pay for it. Your life will not be happy. I promise you that. Because with exercising that wisdom is required, not meant to be required. Hi, Mask Guy. So this is tarot readings. With tarot and oracle card readings. So we read for the collective energy, and then we also read for I'm reading for individuals as well. When the pin comment goes up, you just follow the the rules of the pin comment, and you could have a reading if you like. All right, but this is collective. I start off with a collective. You're just joining us. I'm just starting. All right. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What they need to know. And thanks for coming. And if you gave me a like, thank you. Gave me sub, thank you. Courageous heart. Listen, somebody need to put that wisdom to use, okay? Because in the current energy, somebody getting courageous. Oh, penny. So it said it takes courage to follow your heart, especially when the path is unknown. Your heart knows the way. Trust it and let it lead you to your true destiny. So there is somebody who, listen, they got their karma, okay? They got their lessons. That's karma basically, in the tarot world means lesson. It might mean something else to somebody else, but most readers describe it as lessons, right? I do too. Somebody got some lessons. They done been through something. They learned something. Wherever they've been, whatever they've been through, they've learned something. And so Spirit is asking for somebody to get courageous about the decision they need to make because they need to follow their heart. And a lot of times that's the hardest thing to do because that means you have to have faith in God, faith in the universe, or whatever you believe in, that if you choose yourself, if you choose your happiness and not what the status quo wants you to do, not what your family or your parents want you to do, not what your siblings or your friends want you to do, but follow your heart because you feel whatever is in your heart is right. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that when you get pressures from society and others that they'll tell you to do something outside of what you believe. But somebody's building up their courage at least. But that's good. Tell me more, Spirit. Pay attention. So I was in my mind, I just asked Spirit, what this got to do with the channel song? Because I heard the channel song earlier today. And as soon as I dropped pay attention, it was like, oh. So let me read the card first. It says, you're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how best to move forward in order to live your best life, right? So, in the song, he is talking to the person he hurt. But the person he hurt had to learn from her mistakes of trusting him too many times, because he said that too. Have a courageous heart, just take a step away. And she's paying attention. The hidden energy, she was watching how he was moving. You know what I'm saying? He had been around her in a long time. But in his mind, I'm going to be right back. Like, because you're going to just be there. That's not how it works. That's definitely not how this works. Tell me more, Spirit. And then we got resolution. And that's in the challenge and the lesson. I mean, I just heard Aaliyah's song. I need a resolution. So much confusion. But anyway, it says whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings release. So for this being in a challenge and the challenge position, I feel like somebody wants to have a resolution, but the question is how. And this is a challenge. Like, okay, so how do we get there? You know what I'm saying? And it's about to be resolved, but there's still a challenge, right? There's still a ways to go, a little further on the journey. It's not going to happen immediately or right away. And the resolution could be y'all be friends. You might not have the same relationship anymore, but y'all could be friends. You know what I'm saying? Tell me more, Spirit. And then we got expand. You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It is time to make your world a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. So spirit is asking someone to have courage, to be courageous, to step outside of the known, to stop holding on to what you know because it's keeping you small. You know what I'm saying? There was a guy that went viral. He looked like he was what they call unhoused, right? He might not have been, I don't know, but that's what he seemed like. He was on the street, he drank or whatever, and he was prophesying to somebody that was holding the camera, and he said, "You're thinking too small. You need to think bigger, bitch. You're thinking too small." And sometimes we get in this world, and world beats us down a little bit, and we start thinking we don't deserve what we deserve. We think we don't deserve the happiness, the joy, the money, you know what I'm saying? The family, the friends. We think somehow because we had a setback in one of those areas or multiple areas that somehow we don't deserve it. And that's not the case. You know what I mean? There's a big world and it's time to go explore it. If your family is your issue, go find your soul tribe. If your job is an issue, change your job. Go follow your heart. You know what I'm saying? If your friend group ain't it, choose better friends. Step away from the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Go in a hermit mode if you got to. Really, really evaluate. If sometimes when you take a step back from situations and people, you start to see it in a different way. And I'm not saying sit in that, grumpy, negative way. It's just think about, would you treat them the way they treat you? Have you treated them the way they've treated you? You know what I'm saying? Did they take advantage of you? Would they do you the same? You know what I mean? Is there a mutual understanding? Is there reciprocity? It's time. It's time to break out of that box of thinking I got to do it this way because this is the way I've always done it. That's going to keep people stuck small and not growing. They don't go. You don't go anywhere doing that. You just don't, because you never see what's out there. You never go beyond your limitations. Bottom of the deck, protect. It says you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. But it's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries in your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. So somebody need to protect themselves. They're giving too much to the wrong people, the wrong situations. You know what I'm saying? They're giving out too much energy. It's like you leaking energy because you doing too much, but that those folks, that situation, whatever it is not matching you at all. I'm not getting where they match you. I'm getting that you doing more than whatever is being given to you. And we got to learn how to do that. When I took my mental health CPR class, one of the things they say is before administering mental CPR, already have a self-care plan in place. Because you need to know what your limits are. You need to know what you're capable of. You need to know how far you could go with this situation. What is like beyond your limit. Also, how to go take care of yourself if it becomes too much. I talked to y'all before, if you've never been on this channel, well, I talked about vicarious trauma. We can get vicarious trauma from people observing their situation. And that's something that, for me, can create like a trauma bond, right? Because even though you might have a similar injury to that person has, right? Similar wounding from whether it's a childhood thing or a friend group thing or a relationship thing, y'all might have similar wounding. But if one person is still in the battle of whatever they've been going through and they haven't come out of it, you as an observer can it's almost like contracting it, right? Contracting vicarious trauma, which means you experience it just by going through it with them. That's a lot to deal with, you know what I'm saying? And you have to protect yourself. Also, if you're in like a family situation or a relationship, excuse me, I'm trying to adjust y'all. It could be that relationship has expired and it's time to move on. It's time to let it go. You know what I'm saying? And the woman in the song, she decided like, okay, I need to go love another because this person is treating me bad and repeating mistakes. And I mean, I guess she had had enough. He even admitted in the song he didn't even realize that you was sick of me like that. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that you was that mad, right? But he wasn't really trying to find out either. He was too busy letting the song cry. You know what I'm saying? All right, tell me more, Spirit. Tell me about this wisdom. What did they learn? What was learned, Spirit? To take a step back. It says you're being asked to take a step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. One of the ways is doing that is saying, like I said, hermit mode, that's one. But the other thing is, let's think about it like that. You going through a situation is rough, right? You feel like a victim in your situation. You feel like unheard. You feel like you're being disrespected or you're being abused, whatever the case may be, right? If you had a friend that was going through exactly what you were going through, what would you tell them? 9 times out of 10, most people would say, most, not everybody, would say, if you've done everything you can do, right, and it hasn't improved the situation, then what is the alternative? The alternative is to leave, right? Pull your energy back, get out of that situation and move on, right? Don't look back. How many times has it happened? How many times did they say they would stop? They didn't stop, right? This person kept going, kept treating you bad. Well, it's time to let it go. It's time to move on, right? So, with that being said, somebody's learning that they have to act with wisdom. They have to accept the lessons that they receive, that this is what it is, not what I want it to be. I can't be delusional. I can't make it be something else because I'm still affected by this thing. Whatever this happening is, I'm still affected by it, right? So take a step back and think about how life should look. If I keep going through this, what am I going to get? More of it, right? But if I pull my energy back, I could actually take another direction, right? You see the path. I could choose a different pathway. So if somebody's starting to learn, they might be getting advice or being advised by someone. Excuse me. Excuse me. Tell me about this courageous heart, Spirit. Open up. So it says you're being asked to open your heart to another. Let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in a wonderful way once you decide to open up. So that's what the courageous heart is. Somebody got to stop being scared. I don't know who's scared, right? But somebody is scared to make a move, scared to, um, and that's why they need this courageous heart. It's time to, you know what I'm saying, get that courage up to go talk to the person that you need to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Follow your heart and trust it. It's time to open up. Somebody need help. And they need the person that they need to be courageous with. There's somebody that's supportive on their journey. You know, I put up a post today because I seen it on I guess it's Tizzy Entertainment, but Tizzy Ent on I saw it on Instagram, but I found the video on TikTok. So I shared it there. I shared it on my Instagram. I might share it here. But the woman was saying, all right, so it was a guy in the beginning of the video. He said because he has to mourn the loss of a mother that's still alive, right? Because they can't be together. They're no contact. And then you know, she basically stitched it and was like, listen, I'm your mother now. She said, I'm your mother now. Okay. They did you wrong. Fuck them. You like them, I love them. You know what I'm saying? You don't like them, fuck them. She was like, you got two brothers. I mean, a brother and a sister. She talked about the father. He tattoos. She said you can get free tattoos. She said, we eat, you know what I'm saying? You come by, we eat, we hang out, blah, 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 blah. She said a lot of good things. And it was the truth. And it went viral. She was really shocked because I went to her page and she was just like, you saw me? Because she didn't realize the guy that made her, helped her go viral. Um, and he does a lot of racial issues. And she's an Italian woman. She was just really excited over the fact that, wow, or really flabbergasted by the fact that she went viral over what she said. But she said what she said. And it's true. Somebody got to be courageous. Their tribe is out there. The new job is out there. The new friend group is out there. The new family is out there. But it takes courage. You know what I'm saying? It takes courage. She was funny as hell, right, Cherry? It takes courage. You got to let some shit go that, you know what I'm saying, that's holding you back. You got to let it go. Tell me more, Spirit, about what is this? What is this? Oh, about paying attention. Okay. Wow. So we got pay attention and listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something. It's time to act on its wisdom. There go that word again. Wisdom. Somebody, okay. So there may be somebody here who's being in Delulu energy, right? So they trying to act like they don't know what they know about their situation. Spirit is saying it's time to wise up. It's time to mature. Pay attention to what's going on with you. You cannot be with your head stuck in the sand. Like a lot of people want to do that. They want to stick their head in the sand and act like things ain't happening that are happening. It's happening. Oh, it's happening. Were you betrayed? Oh, absolutely. You were betrayed. Okay. So then now you gotta move a certain way, like you were betrayed, if you don't want any more betrayal. So in the song, she asked for a divorce. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, wow. And then she had moved on with somebody else. He was like, wow, you didn't have to do me like that. But yeah, she did. She had to, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like so what I got is, since it was a one-sided song and he's trying to act like, he too tough to cry, right? He too cool for school. He didn't want to cry, but he trying to make the song say what he needed to say, which or do what he should have done. But he didn't do it. He let her walk away. Somebody might be letting you walk away because they got too much pride and too much ego. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe too much shame accompanied with that, right? But this person caused you problems. This situation is not working well. Spirit saying, pay attention and listen. Listen to that guidance in your heart telling you what to do. Follow it. I don't know who's programmed to do what somebody else is telling you to do or told you to do or groomed you to act, but it's time to disengage. It's time to detach. All right, so what's the challenge and lesson? Yeah, for a resolution. That's the challenge. You want a resolution somewhere with somebody. Tell me more. And it always is not always what you thought you wanted, but it's something. Tell me more, Spirit. Mm. Man, somebody needs to connect to their intuition. It said repeating patterns are keeping you from making a new choice in this situation. Break free from the old ways of thinking and ask for new insight. Somebody has to stop doing the same shit over and over and over again. You being asked to expand your life. You cannot have a resolution with anything or anybody or for yourself doing the same thing you've always done. You will get nowhere. You will just be spinning your wheels. You will be just wasting your time and you will not be getting anywhere. Okay? You won't. If you don't learn how to step outside that wheel that you've been on, that hamster wheel that's got you lost on this journey, because you clearly are lost, whomever this is, it's time to mature. It's time to wake up. It's time to listen. It's time to pay attention. It's time to get courageous. It's time to use wisdom. It's time to step back from whatever you've been doing over and over. Aren't you tired? I know I'm tired. When I hear this type of stuff, I get really, really tired. I don't like doing anything the same exact way over and over again. The only time I will repeat something is if it is successful. It needs to be successful. That's the only way. If I repeat something and it's unsuccessful, I gotta let it go, because repeated patterns of the same thing that got me nowhere is going to continue to get me nowhere. So if you've been betrayed, if you've been disrespected over and over again, stop. In the song he said, I was gonna get right back. He said, how many times, he said, this your fault. How many times did you take me back? Right? How many times did you take me back? That's your fault. So he blamed her. This shit crazy to me. When I read them lyrics again, I was like, damn, we be rocking to that shit hard. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Bite? Peace. So, that song says a lot. That song says a lot. He told on himself. At the same time, let her walk out the door, but at the same time was like, I was just effing them bees. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get right back. Because he thought he could hold on to her and keep doing that nonsense he was doing. Not realizing he brought her into his pattern of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So somebody need to connect to their intuition. Tell me more about expand. Walk away. Is this what we talking about? You are wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It is time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. What do you need to do? Listen, this reading is short as hell, because I don't even need. If I pull out tarot, what's it going to tell me? It's going to give me 10 of swords. It's going to give me 8 of cups. It's going to give me 6 of swords. You know what I'm saying? It's going to tell me who is lying. It's going to tell me who the problem is and who the culprit is. What? Walk the fuck away. Somebody here is repeating stuff, not listening to their intuition. They will not connect. They refuse. Whoever I'm talking to right now has their head in the sand, trying to act like it's not happening. Somebody got a strong ego. Strong ego. Bottom of the deck. Let me see. Healing. They need healing. Protection and healing says your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. Somebody has to accept that they have some stuff that they need to heal, that they need to let go, that they need peace. They need peace. But I feel like this is the transition somebody's going through as we speak. I feel strongly, after especially looking at some astrology earlier, that whomever this is impacting the most got 4 more weeks. There's going to be 4 weeks, 4 hard tower moment type weeks. So have patience. Look, this is at the bottom of the deck. It says you're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It'll eventually work out. Yes, I feel like 4 weeks, this is going to come to an head. Like, actually, it's going to have a lot of peaks and valleys as we go. So whoever I'm channeling right now, you gonna have arguments at home. You may have misunderstandings at work. You may have spats with your friend group. Whatever the case may be, you're going to have an ebb and flow of emotions. You're going to see who's betraying you, and they're gonna do it multiple times. I feel like I'm talking to Jesus about Judas. That's how I feel. Like wow, and it's about the Easter season. So this is what I'm getting. Like, the person that's betrayed you the most is going to keep betraying you because you let them. And that's also in the song, right? That I channel. So you can guarantee that even though you may want to put your head in the sand and pretend that things are fine. It is not fine. It will not be fine. Okay. And I guarantee you gonna go, the next 4 weeks are gonna be really, really hard. Hard to deny, hard to it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be a lot of denial, it's gonna be a lot of grief. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of bargaining and the whole grief cycle. Somebody is going to experience that multiple times because every time you hope that it's not what you saw, that person or that situation is going to, I promise you, and I feel for whoever this is for, but it's all for your better good. It's just transformation is going to be harder on you because you refuse to change your patterns. You keep doing the same thing over and over again. So as long as you stay in that position and you do not trust your intuition, you do not trust your heart, you do not get courageous, you're not practicing wisdom, it's going to hurt every day for the next 4 weeks. It's already hurt, right? So past energy been there, has already been betrayal, but it's going to get worse. It's not going to change. It's not. It's not. You're not going to make it be something you want it to be. That's what I'm telling you right now. You're not going to make this be what you want it to be because the likely outcome is you need to walk away or you will walk away so you can go expand. Period. It's not well, let me, maybe they didn't mean it. No, they meant it. Whatever they did, they meant it. Whatever they planned on doing, they meant it. Stop acting like that ain't happened because it happened. It happened. It's happening. And it will continue to happen as long as you're there. Because what I'm getting is that whoever this person is or situation is, right? It's meant to test you. It's meant to show you what you need not be a part of. It's meant to grow you. It's meant to teach you the lessons so you never want to go back to that. And if you choose to go back, and for any reason, it would be completely a situation about being on your terms, not under somebody's thumb, not a codependent situation. Like you would be completely independent of that situation. And if you decide to go back, I'll give you an example. I'm gonna use you, Cherry, right? Cherry has a cousin. Cousin ain't been around for 38 years. When he left as a child, he said, I ain't ever coming back. He came back. He came back, but he came back on his terms. He came back for a visit. He didn't come back because he came back with his tail between his legs type thing and that he needed the person or the people that did him dirty. No, he could come back and visit. Hi, and have a good visit, right? Because everybody was glad to see him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he came back when he decided he wanted to come back. Not because anybody forced him to, not because he was required to, because he chose to visit. How people took him, they took him. And he was good with it. Either way. Somebody's being asked to go expand their life. They're sitting in something. It smells like rot. It stinks. It is nasty. It's filthy. And I don't mean like physical. It's a spiritual stink. It's just, I guess it's giving that sewer mating type energy. It's like somebody stink. They might even stink in real life, right? But it's giving something very rotten about this situation and the people involved. And um yeah, it's rotten energy. It's giving like if it, like for example, if it was a friend group, people who would you shouldn't go on vacation with because if something happened to you, they would just let you die. You know what I'm saying? And then fly back home. And we've been hearing about situations like that. It might be jealousy, it might be gossip around surrounding it. But the bottom line is you have to make a decision that doesn't involve how everybody else gonna feel about it. The decision need to be yours and yours alone. Follow your heart. Be courageous. Because like in the song, not only did he let her walk out his life, but he basically demonstrated he's aware that he didn't even deserve her. Like, damn, we was down 4 flat when we didn't have nothing. She was his ride or die. She was his Bonnie or Clyde. You know what I'm saying? Bonnie to his Clyde, right? They was getting it together when it was nothing to get. They were together, right? Then it came up and he was making money and she helped him get to, the encouragement, the support, what she said, the credit so he could get the car he wanted. Like, she really helped him because she truly believed in him, and he did her dirty. Now you take it how it resonates. She could have did him dirty, and this whole song could be flipped. Depends on who this is, but some people will do stuff for you, and I don't get that from this song, but Spirit's telling me to mention it. Some people will do stuff for you to lure you away. Oh, he did mention that. My bad. Further down in the song, he was talking about how he couldn't pull none of those people before her and before the relationship with her. And he started to come up. He couldn't pull none of them. All of a sudden, now they're giving him attention. He remembered how they treated him, right? But then he still thought, well, fucking with them was gonna be all right, and he could get back to her. And how's that work? How's that work? You think you would go F with all the people that didn't really care about you? The people that lured you by things or were lured by your things, that just wanted something from you in some kind of way? And then you was going to get back to the rock later? Where they do that at? So what I think is that this boils down to how people treat you. Tell me more, Spirit. Damn, I'm doing this. I ain't barely pull no cards, y'all. This ain't nothing. All right, Spirit. I'm gonna pull from the tea leaf now. This deck is a challenge. Yeah, broken wishes. Wishes will not be granted. A wish will not be granted. Listen, if you sitting in some indecision, if you sitting and thinking it's gonna be right, it's gonna work out, they're gonna change, or maybe that's what they telling you, they're lying. You will not get what you thought you were gonna get with that person or those people that you dealing with. You're not. They don't have no good intentions for you. They don't. Tell me more, Spirit. And then we got Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So yeah, that's why somebody need courage, because they gotta get their courage up to go against the person that's treating them the worst. Mm-mm-mm. Tell me more. Vacation. What's that? Oh, listen. Yeah, take a break from these people. Take a break from this situation. Go on vacation if you can, but your mind, you need to pull that back. Remember, I talked about the self-care plan, and it talks about just taking care of you. What does that mean? Well, self-care can be like a vacation. It's a mini vacation. You're getting your mind right. You know what I'm saying? You're relaxing your body. You're relaxing, you're not working. You're not overstressed on vacation. So somebody need to take a little mini vacation. Shit, they need to go touch some grass or something. Tell me more. Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. That's the resolution somebody wants, because that's in the challenging lesson. Yeah, that's about this resolution. Connecting with the intuition. A sincere wish will be granted only once you connect with your intuition. Once you put that in work, once you recognize that you need to change, or what needs to change, yeah. That you have to change your situation or whatever. We can't control nobody. Okay? We can't control anybody. I'm very much aware of that. We can plant some seeds, we can direct, we can hope that they do the right thing, but we can't control nobody. And once you come to an understanding that you can't control anybody, once you accept that this is who they are, what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? That's when you can get a resolution. Tell me more, Spirit. Cherry, you still there? Just checking. Confirmation. Time to get out of a situation. What did it say? Walk away. Walk away and expand. It's time. Walk away. Whomever this is for, it's time to walk. It's time to go. I don't know how many times Spirit gonna pull this card. This deck damn near 200 cards. I say damn near because I'm not using all 200. The other cards with the months and stuff on it I haven't touched. This card is always flying out this deck because somebody is supposed to leave where they are. They're supposed to walk away. They're wasting their energy. They're not doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in the song, Cry song, she was fed up. She gave him a call. Listen, we getting a divorce. We done here. He's like, well, wait, what? I was coming back. I was just wanting to have my fun. Uh-huh. She's like, yeah, all right. Whatever. And bottom of the deck. Changes in your life. So somebody's going through some phases, and it says that here too. You need to protect, you need healing, and there's changes in somebody's life. So somebody's life, that's overall energy. Somebody's life gonna change dramatically, I feel. That song crying. That song is crying, y'all. So if you want to do live donation reviews, we basically can. Because these cards are repeating. Even though I'm using a different deck, it's basically saying the same thing. Just get yourself together. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's easier than said than done, but it's time for wisdom. It's time for strength. It's time for courage. It's time to listen to your intuition. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. And in order to have a sincere wish to be granted, somebody got to do something different. They cannot do what they've been doing. They have to do something different. Okie dokie doke. Miss Cherry. If I know it's itching, so you know what that means. Somebody needs to hear that. That heard it, because it usually means somebody is on, listening, and they need to know. Got a question specific or general? I can't pull up my computer. All right, Spirit, give me a message for Black Cherry. What does she need to know, Spirit? General, okay. What does she need to know? This is your first time on the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Please throw me a like. And make sure you ring the bell and subscribe. That way you're notified anytime I come on. My Spirit, give me a message for Cherry. Find the lesson. Something is happening and stopped you in your tracks. Hold on. In your tracks. In reality, it was simply teaching you where you needed to grow. There's no such thing as a failure, so pick yourself up and learn from it and keep going. Remember, I said earlier, just kind of accept what you learn, you know what I'm saying, so that you can move on, because the why don't matter. It is what it is. That's what matters more. It is what it is. Tell me more, Spirit. Jump in. It said you're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're requesting a try. The stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. So this is telling me about something else. So there's a lesson from the past, but the current energy is for you to jump in. So there's some things you need to do that you need to jump into. But it goes back to that with you because there's some tapped in talents that you have that you haven't tapped into. The spirit is saying it is basically confirming that. Tell me more. Inner peace. You are letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. This is back to the family situation. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. So, listen, don't let nobody disturb your peace, okay? You got to recognize, oh my God, my nose itching. So, this is definitely for you, girl, right now. Um, don't let nobody disturb your peace. Your inner peace is your sanctuary, right? And you wanted to know what folks was thinking. They thinking that they wanted to disturb your peace. They wanted to get you out your character, and it didn't work. They wanted to see you frustrated. They wanted you to make a move so that they could make their move, so that they could make a big scene. Is what I'm getting, and it didn't work. They couldn't make the scene that they was looking to make. So you didn't give them what they wanted. Did it disturb your peace to a certain degree? Yeah, because the question is why? Why act like that? Why be that? But it didn't work. That's what spirit is saying. Your inner peace, you protected it. Tell me more, spirit. And you were protected. You had big cousin around. You had people in your life that wasn't trying to do you like that. Just a little handful that wanted to be the gargoyles. You know what I'm saying? Choice. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition, eliminate everyone's input, and feel your way into the choice that's right for you. The time is now. That's the challenging lesson. You always have a choice on how to react to stuff, okay? That's one thing we have to always remember. We always have a choice in how we react to stuff because people will like to take their choice from you and get you to behave a certain way that benefits them in some way, right? But you always have a choice. I realized when I learned what triggers were, is that it was my choice to respond a certain way to how people act. Oh, I was like, yeah, I definitely got to take my power back because how dare somebody try to handle me? I don't like to be handled. Don't handle me. And I feel like that's what was happening for you, that they were trying to handle you, but you were making a choice. And it's a hard choice. And the reason why it was hard is because you knew how people were behaving was an intention in an intentional way, right? An intentional way to disturb your peace. Tell me more. Speak up. What you're not what you're not saying is eating you up inside. You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. I think like you said what you had to say, which was enough, honestly, which truly was what needed to be said. You spoke your piece. Like ain't nothing else to say. Like you don't have to harp on anything, right? You said what you said. They did what they did, and that was that. Like you know what I mean? Like ain't nothing to harp on. Bottom of the deck says take a chance. It's time to step outside your comfort zone. The world is waiting for you to take a chance. When you do, you will be rewarded with a newfound confidence and enthusiasm, and it will begin to attract new results. So it's something you're supposed to be doing. You're still not doing it. Spirit say you need to take a chance. I don't think it's like go get a new job situation. I feel like there's a talent. You are artistic. There's something that you're not exploring. You may not feel like you have time to, is totally understandable in this world. It may be exhausting, just the thought of it. I get it. But Remember, we talked about putting some time in, putting some hours in. You know what I'm saying? Evening. Like when you listening to me, you got all the prompts for me for the most part, except for your responses. You got that on a little, already pre ready. So you listening to me. Well, maybe because I'm on too late, so I ain't gonna say you. That's the hour you got to do it. I'm just suggesting, right? So don't pick out resonate, right? But let's just say you're fully awake when I'm on the nights that you are. You get your little kit, you know what I'm saying, on what you're supposed to be working on, and you start making and crafting whatever you're supposed to craft. Just start. It's time. It's time to start. You saying you could be tired all day, but that little bit of hour you over here rocking with me, you could just be getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Let me do one. Boom, boom, boom. Let me do half of one. However long. The next time we get on, we just doing it. You working, I'm working. You working. You can just delete somebody if you feel like deleting them. And most of the times, you ain't too much to do. You know what I'm saying? And then you just working your thing. You put your stuff up away from Christian, and you keep making it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, take it how it resonates. It's not a command, it's just a suggestion. You feel me? But, mm-mm-mm. Excuse me. But yeah, so that way you feel productive. Listen, I used to, I do things in the bar. I sit on my little chase lounge. I read. I'll read cards. I'll do different things, but I pick that time to be my creative self, and I work on my craft, whatever that craft is. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you need to do. So take it how it resonate. If it don't resonate, I feel you, but you did what you had to do. You spoke your piece. You said what you said, and like I said, somebody was trying to get you to come out your skin and disturb your inner peace, and I feel like you made the right choice to not let that happen. All right, so that was your reading. I guess we're gonna lock this, knock this down. No, people like, well, damn, she ain't been on 2 days. Whenever she coming back, I guess they'll trickle back in at some point. You know, nah, YouTube do. Um, Tomorrow is Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow night. More than likely Wednesday. I'll probably be on the rest of the week, as far as I know. Yeah, yeah. And then we got the class. The parent womb workshop on TikTok on Friday. Um, might wrap that one up early. Talk about a little bit more wounds and then wrap that up early. But if this is your first time to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on. And don't go ahead and make sure you like the live, y'all, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. If you miss any part of it, just scroll back. You know what I'm saying? Go roll the timeline back so you get to the early part, which you get to the collective energy reading. It's for somebody. Somebody needs to move on, and somebody needs to let go of a situation. It's time to go bye-bye. It's time. And I feel like somebody resisting it, but they know they ain't got no choice. Cause in the next 4 weeks, I guarantee you. I don't know why I feel like I can guarantee, but I guarantee, like the man used to say, I guarantee that it's about to be super duper hard for somebody that need to walk away. Because the longer, for every day that they stay there, they're going to cry a little bit more. Every day they thought that them tears stopped. They're gonna be some more to shed because they holding on to nothing. You know, I learned a word. Damn, where is that deck? I learned a word. Oh, what was it called? I was on a death card in reverse. Inhalation? No, that wasn't it. I don't know. I might title the next video that word because the word was talking about holding on to nothing. It was about, and I have a card in a different deck, not that deck in particular. It's all black and it says nothingness. It's somebody holding on to nothingness. Like there's absolutely nothing there. There's no love there. There's no friendship there. There's no nurturing there. There's no family there. There's no nothing. It's nothing. And they literally standing in a void and won't walk away from the void. But I feel like the message got to whom it needed to get to. And if it doesn't, go ahead. I mean, if it didn't yet, go ahead and comment in the comment section. Because, share, share, share. I appreciate you. All right. So, anyway, thank you for coming. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to bid y'all adieu.